Gearing up for Glory 2025's Filmmaking Camera Titans. What's up, everybody? It's me again, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, today we are diving headfirst, full throttle, into something I know you guys have been waiting for. We're exploring the absolute top 5 cameras that every single filmmaker, storyteller, and visual artist out there should be keeping a very, very close eye on as we roll into 2025. This is the good stuff, people, the gear that makes the dream work. Whether you're that indie filmmaker grinding it out on a passion project, a documentary maker capturing raw, unfiltered reality, or maybe you're just like me, absolutely obsessed with capturing the most cinematic, breathtaking visuals possible. Listen up. Choosing the right camera, that perfect extension of your creative vision, can make all the difference. It's the brush to your canvas, the chisel to your sculpture. In this video, we're going to rip these beasts apart, comparing features, pushing their performance, and figuring out the real-world value to help you decide which camera is the perfect match for your unique creative vision and, of course, your budget. This isn't just about specs, it's about what these cameras can do for your storytelling. So buckle up, grab your coffee. You know I've got mine right here because we are about to break down our top picks for 2025. These are the game changers, the innovators, the tools that will help you elevate your craft to a whole new level. No fluff, just the real talk on what makes these cameras stand out from the pack. Let's get into it. Let's go. The cinematic workhorse, Sony FX6, pure versatility, Atom VO. Alright, kicking things off with an absolute banger, first up on our list is the Sony FX6. Now, if you've been anywhere near the filmmaking scene, you know Sony's cinema line means business, and the FX6, oh man, it's a shining example of that pedigree. This camera is renowned, and I mean renowned, for its mind-blowing cinematic image quality and its sheer, unadulterated versatility. It's like the Swiss Army knife for filmmakers who demand excellence without being weighed down. This beast is packing a full-frame, back-illuminated Exmor RCMOS sensor. What does that mean for you? It means you're getting footage that just sings, especially in those tricky, moody, low-light conditions where other cameras just give up and go home. We're talking clean, gorgeous images with a dynamic range that lets you pull detail out of shadows and highlights like magic. Seriously, the latitude you get with this sensor is something you have to experience to believe. And let's talk autofocus, because Sony's AF system in the FX6 is frankly witchcraft. It's fast, it's sticky, it's reliable. Whether you're tracking a fast-moving subject or nailing that critical focus in an interview, this AF just works. It's got that real-time IAF and real-time tracking that just locks on and doesn't let go. For solo shooters or small crews, this is an absolute game changer, freeing you up to focus on composition and storytelling. Then there's the frame rates. The FX6 doesn't just shoot beautiful 4K, it shoots it up to 120 frames per second, 120. That means silky smooth slow motion that can add so much emotion and drama to your scenes. Imagine capturing that perfect action shot, that subtle expression, and being able to slow it down to emphasize every detail. It's not just a feature, it's a storytelling tool, and the FX6 delivers it beautifully without compromising image quality. But it's not just about the sensor and the frame rates. Sony has poured so much thought into the ergonomics and usability of the FX6. Budget king with a 6K punch, Blackmagic Pocket 6K Pro, Atom VO. Next up, let's talk about a camera that completely rocked the industry by packing an insane amount of punch for its price tag. I'm talking, of course, about the Blackmagic Design Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. This camera, you guys, is an absolute game changer if you're working with a tighter budget, but you're still demanding those truly professional-grade features and, most importantly, that professional-grade image. Blackmagic really democratized high-end filmmaking with this one. It's sporting a Super 35 sensor, which is a fantastic sensor size for achieving that cinematic depth of field and beautiful background separation we all crave. And the resolution? We're talking 6K. That's a massive amount of detail, giving you incredible flexibility in post-production. You can reframe, punch in, stabilize, all without losing that crispness. And it shoots in Blackmagic RAW, which is just a dream to work with for color grading. The files are efficient but packed with information. And speaking of color, this camera uses Blackmagic's renowned Generation 5 color science. If you know, you know, this color science is beloved for delivering rich filmic images with beautiful skin tones and a really organic, natural look. It's a fantastic starting point for your grade, giving you footage that already feels cinematic right out of the gate. It takes the guesswork out of achieving a professional look, which is huge for filmmakers at any level. One of the standout features of the Pro model is the dual native ISO. This is huge. It essentially gives the camera two optimal sensitivity settings, meaning you get incredibly clean footage even when you have to crank up the ISO in low light conditions. We're talking ISO 400 and 3200 as your native points. This drastically reduces noise and preserves dynamic range, letting you shoot in places you might have previously needed a ton of extra lighting for. It's like having two cameras in one. And then get this, built-in ND filters on a camera at this price point. The 6K Pro has high-quality 2, 4, and 6-stop neutral density filters built right in. This is a feature usually reserved for much more expensive cinema cameras. It allows you to adapt to changing lighting environments so quickly, maintaining your desired aperture and shutter speed without constantly screwing filters on and off the lens. For documentary shooters or anyone working in fast-paced situations, this is an absolute lifesaver. The ergonomics of the 6K Pro are also a significant step up. Chapter 3. The hybrid hero, Canon EOS C70, autofocus and aesthetics. Alright, moving on to a camera that beautifully marries Canon's legendary color science and autofocus prowess with a dedicated cinema body. We're talking about the Canon EOS C70. This camera, folks, is a fantastic and incredibly versatile addition to Canon's esteemed Cinema EOS lineup. It's like they took the best bits of their mirrorless cameras and their high-end cinema cameras and fused them into something truly special. The C70 combines the best of Canon's renowned dual-pixel CMOS autofocus system with a Super 35mm DGO dual-gain output sensor. That DGO sensor is key. It works by reading out each pixel with two different amplification levels, then combining them to create an image with incredibly rich detail in both the highlights and shadows, boasting over 16 stops of dynamic range. The result? Footage that is just lush, with beautifully soft cinematic bokeh that Canon is famous for, and that dual-pixel AF. If you've ever used it, you know it's like having a dedicated focus puller living inside your camera. It's smooth, it's accurate, and it's incredibly reliable, especially with face detection and tracking. For solo operators, documentary filmmakers, or anyone shooting unscripted action, this autofocus system is an absolute godsend. It lets you concentrate on framing and capturing the moment, knowing your focus is going to be tack sharp. The C70 doesn't skimp on frame rates either. It offers glorious 4K recording up to 120 frames per second in 422 10-bit. That means you can capture stunning, high-resolution slow motion that really adds a professional polish to your work. And it does this internally to relatively affordable SD cards, which is a huge plus for workflow and budget. No need for expensive proprietary media here, which is always a welcome feature. Of course, being a Canon cinema camera, it comes packed with Canon's creative color profiles, including C-Log 2 and C-Log 3, which give you immense flexibility in post-production for color grading. But even if you need a quick turnaround, Canon's standard picture profiles look fantastic straight out of camera with that signature Canon color science that renders skin tones so beautifully. It's a seamless tool for narrative filmmaking where character and emotion are key. One of the most compelling aspects of the C70 is its design. Chapter 4. The MFT powerhouse Panasonic Lumix GH6, compact and capable. Alright, let's shift gears a bit and talk about a camera that has consistently punched way above its weight class. A true favorite among indie filmmakers, YouTubers, and vloggers alike. I'm talking about the Panasonic Lumix GH6. The GH series has a legendary status for a reason, and the GH6 has evolved into an incredibly versatile and surprisingly powerful little beast. Don't let its size fool you. This camera is packed with features. Now, the GH6 uses a micro Four Thirds sensor. Some people might initially hesitate at MFT, but trust me, Panasonic has squeezed every last drop of performance out of this sensor size. The GH6 delivers superb image quality, and one of its absolute standout features is its incredible in-body image stabilization. We're talking up to 7.5 stops of stabilization with compatible lenses. This means you can get remarkably smooth handheld footage even with longer lenses, often eliminating the need for a gimbal in many situations. But the GH6 isn't just about stabilization. It offers a truly flexible and frankly astounding array of recording formats and codecs. You can shoot 5.7K up to 60p, C4K up to 60p in 10-bit 422, and even 4K at 120 FPS for that buttery slow motion. And get this, it can even shoot 5.7K 30p in Apple ProRes 422HQ internally to a CF Express Type B card. That's insane for a camera of this size and price. The recording options are just mind-bogglingly comprehensive. Panasonic has also significantly improved the dynamic range in the GH6 with its Dynamic Range Boost feature. This kicks in to expand the dynamic range to over 13 stops when shooting in Vlog, giving you much more latitude for color grading and retaining detail in challenging lighting conditions. Chapter 5, the RED Komodo 6K Cinematic DNA. Last but absolutely unequivocally not least, let's talk about a camera that brings legendary cinematic DNA into a much more accessible package. We are diving into the world of RED with the RED Komodo 6K. Now, RED has always been synonymous with the pinnacle of cinematic excellence, the cameras behind countless blockbuster movies and high-end productions. The Komodo 6K is their way of opening that door a bit wider. This camera packs a stunning 6K Super 35 global shutter sensor into an unbelievably compact and modular cube-like body. That global shutter is a big deal, folks. It means no more rolling shutter artifacts, so fast pans, quick motion, and strobing lights are all captured perfectly without any of that nasty jello effect. This is a feature usually found on much more expensive cameras, and it's a game changer for action sequences and dynamic visuals. The Komodo is tailor-made for professional filmmaking, even if you're working on what might be considered an indie budget relative to typical RED setups. Its robust build quality is immediately apparent. This thing feels like a tank, ready for the rigors of any set. And of course it features RED's renowned color science and their proprietary RED Code RAW R3D codec, which offers incredible flexibility in post-production for dialing in that signature rich filmic RED look. The modularity is a key aspect of the Komodo's design. It's a small, unassuming box, but it's designed to be built out. Your perfect frame wrapping up the top 5. Alright, so there you have it. An epic deep dive into our top 5 cameras for filmmakers to keep on their radar for 2025. To quickly recap, our champions are first, the Sony FX6, that incredibly versatile, truly cinematic workhorse, absolutely ideal for dynamic storytelling and just getting the job done beautifully. Second, the Blackmagic Design Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro, without a doubt the best budget-friendly option out there, delivering professional 6K quality that punches way above its price. Third, the Canon EOS C70, a true hybrid champion that masterfully fuses robust, reliable autofocus with that beautiful filmic Canon aesthetic we all love. Fourth on our list, the Panasonic Lumix GH6, the compact, incredibly versatile powerhouse, perfect for a massive range of varied shooting scenarios, from vlogging to indie films. And finally, number 5, the RED Komodo 6K, the entry-level RED that brings that distinctive, world-renowned RED color science and image quality into a modular, more budget-conscious for RED design. Phew, what a lineup, right? Each of these cameras truly offers unique strengths, unique personalities, and is tailored for different kinds of creators. So the big question is, which one is right for you? Really think about your shooting style, your typical projects, your budget, and most importantly, your creative vision as you decide. Now, I want to hear from you. Let me know down in the comments which camera you're most excited about. Which one is calling your name? And what kind of incredible projects do you have in mind for it? I read all the comments and I love hearing what you guys are passionate about. If you enjoyed this comparison, if you got some value from it, please do me a huge favor and give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button for more filmmaking gear reviews, tutorials, and all sorts of creative inspiration. Oh, and don't forget to smash that bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Now go out there and create stunning visuals, one frame at a time. Peace! And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.